Welcome on in, guys. Three bold takes, and we are back with Bowl Mania this year. We do this every single year. Link is in the description to join. Winner will receive a free Champions Three Bold Takes t-shirt courtesy of the guys over here at Three Bold Takes. But before we get into it, we are sponsored by SeatGeek, so use our discount code Three Bold Takes at checkout to get $20 off your first purchase. We are looking to go to a couple of bowl games. We will definitely be using SeatGeeks. You guys should too. It'll show you what's a good deal, what's a bad deal, and should save you a little bit of money off the top. Guys, welcome on into the preview and prediction for the Valero Alamo Bowl between two familiar foes in the Big 12, BYU and Colorado. And you may be asking yourself, how can two teams from the same conference play in a bowl game? Well, we thought the very same thing. We did a little bit of research, and the former Pac-12 schools are still contracted to the certain bowls that the Pac-12 is affiliated to for at least the next 2 years. So very interesting to know and to pay attention to this year and next year. We could get this happen again between former Pac-12 schools and current conference foes here. But with this one, we've got BYU and Colorado, 6:30 ABC on the 28th. Colorado comes in as a 5-point favorite, over under at 54.5. 65% of America picked Colorado. Kind of a little low. I thought it'd be a whole lot more considering the brand that Colorado has built the past couple of years. But Chase, I want to hear from you first in this.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a really fun one to watch. Definitely, if you're a Big 12 fan, I kind of was a little upset by this one. I would have liked Colorado to play a Big 10, maybe an SEC matchup, maybe even ACC, kind of the snubs of Colorado, Miami, in their respective conference championships. That would have been a lot of fun to watch. But I think Colorado's really together a terrific season. We got to go back. They lost to Nebraska early on, and we were all kind of like, oh, well, here we go again. And then all of a sudden you churn out win after win after win, losing two in your final, what is that, 10 games? Which is absolutely huge. And then you also have a Heisman winner in Travis Hunter. So I think Deion Sanders has done a terrific job in year two. So I want to give him his flowers. And BYU absolutely showed up out of nowhere. But I think the biggest thing with BYU is they play very similar to their Big 12 friend in Iowa State. They like to get out in front. They don't make a lot of flashy moves. This kind of feels like the Iowa State Miami game, honestly, to me, because Iowa State, a lot like BYU, they're going to win the game. They're not going to make a whole lot of mistakes. If they make a lot of mistakes, they're probably not going to end up winning that game. But they beat up who they need to, and they'll muster out a closer win. Colorado, they like to put up their points. Shador Sanders likes to flex the wrist, throw 3-4 touchdowns. And I think that's what they're going to do again. I'm going to take Colorado in this one. I'm going to take Deion Sanders. They're all playing. They've come out a month before saying Shador is playing, Travis Hunter's playing. So here it is. I'm going to go with Colorado.
Yeah, I think more than anything, these guys at Colorado understand that moments like this are their opportunity to brand themselves for big brand deals once they're pro athletes. These are moments that make your name and make your image. It's just one more opportunity to push yourself, especially bowl season. You're the only team playing at that time in a time slot. Sometimes there's a little bit of overlap, but it's like you're primarily the focus while you're on your bowl game. And because of that, I expect Shador Sanders and Travis Hunter to have really big days. So I'm going Colorado over BYU. I always am going to favor the team with the difference makers when the bowl game comes around. So give me Colorado to get a nice, big, huge bowl win for Deion here in year two. And I would say, really cap what is an insanely impressive year two for Coach Sanders.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Colorado here too, simply because all the firepower is coming back and is playing in the game. I said that BYU was overrated for a lot of the year. You're barely beating teams that you should, if you're a really good team, you're barely beating teams that you should annihilate. Got a 1-point win against a terrible Utah team, and then you fumble the bag two of the last 3 weeks against Kansas and Arizona State, and kind of knocks yourself out of playing for the Big 12 title. Colorado also lost to Kansas the week after BYU did, and kicked them out of the Big 12 championship. So Kansas has just played spoiler to a lot of teams this year. But I think Colorado is a much better team than BYU. I'm looking at the first 10-win season for Colorado, and I don't know how long. An amazing season here for Colorado, and Dion, Shador, and Travis. Very looking forward to watching them play again in their final game for Colorado. So, guys, that has been the Alamo Bowl between BYU and Colorado. We did a preview and prediction for that, as well as every single bowl game in 2024. Stay tuned. We will talk about your team. Subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you guys next time.